2. This is a video unwrapping some of the intricacies of EdTPA vocabulary.
You might use some of these while lesson planning. Okay? So, let's begin.
These first 3 notes are things you should know prior to lesson planning.
Point 1 is on students' cultural, community, and personal assets. So when it's referring to their culture, it's saying their way of life. So they're looking for their beliefs, their social habits, their values, norms, languages, and material traits, how they take on meaning in a culture, their morals, etc. Personal, it's like their personal characteristics, communication and social skills, their attitude, leadership, community assets. It's referring to the resources available. Their attitudes towards the school can mean participation. Their single parent, 2-parent household, refugee, immigrant population, language barriers, religious differences, etc.
The second note is students' learning needs. So these are emotional, mental, and physical. In the emotional section, some examples of this are anger management, anxiety, self-esteem. For the mental needs, it could be auditory processing, motivational strategies, some memory skills. For physical needs, it could be anything from visual impairment, deafness, or motor skills. So keep those in mind.
And then we have number 3.
Student accommodations. Being aware of the IEP and 504 requirements and working the planned academic tasks to be inclusive of all. Some examples of this would be creating presentations with audio additions, large print, and subtitles.
Physical movement, provide 2 versions of the movement, and then response and discussion, which is the opportunity for verbal written work. These next few points are points which you will use while lesson planning. So, point 1 would be time management. You want to make sure that you give yourself enough time to plan, you give yourself enough time to teach, and then you give the students enough time for their activities.
Oh yes.
An issue could be that you want to get so much done, but you have so little time. So always keep in mind quality over quantity. Point 2 is standards. Choose your state-adopted standard. So go online and find what they are, and then choose the one that best represents the lesson that you intend to teach. And use only the part you need. So some standards can be broken into 3 weeks just because it's 3 sentences long. So only make sure that you state the part that you're using. Central focus, number 3. Long-term goal that unites the learning objectives with the standard.
Number 4, learning objectives. This is the goals of your learning segment. The learning or lesson segment is the set of lesson plans you're going to be working with. The lesson plan is the individual lessons taught each day. Number 5, the learning task. These are activities within the learning or lesson segment. Number 6 is your pre-assessment, the assessment you give before the lesson plan to inform you of what your students know and don't know.
And we'll go ahead and add in post-assessment, which is what you give at the end of the lesson or learning segment so that you can make sure that they do know what you taught.
So number 7, instructional strategies. These are the technique teachers use to help students become independent, strategic learners. Some examples of this would be graphic organizers, hands-on learning,
Debates,
lectures, word walls, effective questioning, and homework and practice.
Number 8 is academic language. The means by which students develop and express content understanding. Some examples of this would be discipline-specific vocabulary, performances in dance, personal projects, essays, reports, and discussions. And number 9 is syntax. Grammar, conventions, symbols, tables, and graphs. The arrangement of words and phrases to create well-formed sentences in a language. Syntax in dance represents the combination or arrangement of the dance vocabulary.
Number 10 is discourse. This is the discussion between students using oral or written participation. How members of the discipline talk, write, participate in the knowledge construction. Knowledge construction is based on each other's ideas and thoughts, a collaborative process to produce new understanding. Scaffolding. We do this every day. Number 11, language functions. They give you a chart and a planning commentary. Examples of this would be analyze, compare, contrast, describe, explain, etc.
Number 12, formal assessments. Informal is how to gauge what the students know and where the students are within the content. Examples could be exit tickets, classwork, pop quizzes. And then for formal assessments, these are used as a grading tool, usually given at the end of the lesson or learning segment. Examples of these would be like the standardized test, or a test, or a performance. Number 14, teaching tools. We know you've heard of Bloom's taxonomy, we know you've heard of multiple intelligence, and we know you've heard of UDL. There are so many more out there, so don't worry, these are just our top 3. So,
Bloom's taxonomy, used to classify educational learning objectives.
MI, also known as multiple intelligence, is where students possess different kinds of minds and therefore learn, remember, and perform and understand in different ways.
And UDL, Universal Design for Learning.
Just breaks down things a little differently. It's similar to MI and Bloom's, but it's a little more in depth.
Thanks for diving into EdTPA with us.
We hope that this was helpful. Our upload dates are still the same. So make sure that you turn those post notifications on.
Ring that bell.
And make sure you like, comment, share, subscribe.
Good to see you.
Bye!
Bye!